Hello, lifers, and welcome to Because Life Can Be a Niche podcast. I am so glad that you are here riding with us again in the living room. Come on in, everybody. If you are new to this podcast and this is your first time, welcome. We love having you. We're so excited for you to be here. And if you are a repeat offender, welcome back to doing life with us. So glad that you are here. You know, we always start off the episode with a tea of the week. Well, my tea of the week is Earl Grey creme. And I think I've probably done that tea before, but it just fits so perfectly because it's an old school, old favorite, one of my favorite things. And I am actually in one of my favorite places. So as you can tell, I am on location. So if you're watching on the YouTube channel and you see the video of this, I am actually sitting in my mommy's living room. I am in my hometown of Vienna, Georgia, baby. It looks like Vienna, Austria, Vienna, but it's pronounced Vienna. So I am chilling down here, down south, having a blast, and of course coming to you with a whole nother set, if you can actually see, and just enjoying. So if you are following me on social media, I want you to check it out because I will have a few photos and a few things from where I grew up at Katie Bryant Writes on Twitter, on Facebook, and on, I can't even think of it, Instagram. So please, please, please follow me there. Check out the blog Life Unfolding on katiebryantwrites.com, and it's just Life Unfolding. It's my blog. I would love to hear from you, love to interact and exchange things with you. That would be awesome. And just to, I guess, settle on in, I'm so comfortable. Whew. It's nothing like being home. There's no place like home. Dorothy had it right, baby, when she said that on one of my favorite movies. There is no place like home, baby. It is not. I absolutely love being in my hometown. I love being in my parents' house. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get into what we are going to be talking about today. And this is a topic that I've been kind of wrestling with, and it's been sitting with me and sitting on my heart for a while, because there's so much going on in the world. And I know we have talked about some of the heavier things in life, and we've shared some of the lighter things in life. But, you know, just thinking about where we are and a sign of the times, and how we are dealing with fighting for social equality and an end to racism, and fighting for justice and transparency and balance in all of this, and balance in our lives, and in the middle of a very real pandemic, and watching our people just battle and fight over, you know, the opportunity to actually be outside. Just marching to not wear masks and all kinds of things. It's like we're just dealing with chaos, and it's, you know, you look at it and you're like, the world is in chaos, but it's not the world that's in chaos. It's the humans on earth, that we're humans are in complete and utter chaos. And it has just taken its effect, you know, with people sheltering in place, and the furloughs, and some people being laid off and losing their jobs, and uncertainty. I for one, I think we all are in a point of where if you have a job, if you're still working, you're definitely grateful and thankful for that opportunity, but still uncertain about what the future holds, because there's so much, things change so quickly, and it's hitting people, and, you know, people are isolated now, and if you are actually trying to shelter in place or limit your activity, then you may be in a point of where you are isolated and alone, or people are in a house full of people sheltering in place and still feeling alone. So when you have that, and just everything hitting people at one time, it's a lot of things coming at us. Well, let's talk about some of the things that we can do, because between all of the things that are happening, sheltering in place and people being isolated and needing something, there is something that we can do. And what we can do is we can be a cheerleader for other people and be one of encouragement and encourage others. I know that, it sounds, like, oh, well, that's easy, but that's one thing. It's one simple thing that doesn't really cost anything, that I'm just thinking like, man, I want to do something. I want to give in some way to people in some way, and this is the way to do it. So at least for me right now, just trying to think about, why or how I can do something that matters and what the lesson is, and learning what the lesson is supposed to be, because we have so many lessons to be learned, I think, right now. And it's just, between the pandemic, that's what we keep calling the pandemic, because it's bigger than a virus. The racism is a virus. And if you look at all of that, at a higher level, it's so much more. So there has to be a lot of lessons that we get out of it. There has to be something that we do to walk differently, because obviously how we're moving now is not working. So this is just my plan, is to be a cheerleader and to root for people and to celebrate their accomplishments. I sat down, thinking like, okay, well, what are some of the benefits of encouragement? How does that benefit people? And just going through just a few of those things is, one, it gives us energy to keep going and to accomplish our goals. When someone encourages you, when someone is championing you and cheering you on, it gives you energy. I know it does for me. I feed off of that. I'm like, oh, I need that. I need that encouragement to just keep going. Okay, I can still do it, or I can stay up late one more night to get this project done, or whatever it is. It just encourages people to carry on. Another thing that it does is, it gives hope. It actually gives hope, and that's something that we need right now, I believe, as people. And what's happening is we need hope. And it also helps to change our perspective, to look at things from a different point of view. You may be working on something and thinking it's not working and not really panning out the way you thought it would. And then, someone encourages you and speaks life over you, or just tells you to keep doing what you're doing. You're a great mom, or, you're doing a great job as, a manager or a supervisor, or, you're doing an excellent job as an auntie or an uncle. When you encourage people, it helps change their perspective, and it also restores self-confidence. Sometimes, how we get down in the dumps about things, or we think things are not going well, or you emotionally don't feel well. It may not be anything that you're necessarily doing in business or with work or with parenting or anything like that. Sometimes, just as humans, just get to the point where you just like, it's just not gelling. It's not feeling right. And that, you need those words of encouragement to just give you that boost of confidence to tell you, yeah, keep going. You're doing great. Whatever it is you're doing great. And it also helps people to work harder. When you tell me, if you tell me, Katie, we really like the way you laid this project out. We really like the way you managed this project. You better believe the next project, I'm really going to manage it because I know that you have confidence and you're cheering me on and you're pleased with what I'm doing, or you're just giving me a positive word. Then that gives me the motivation to take it to a whole brand new, another level of whatever it is, dumb. That's what I'm going to be doing, the dumb in the level of dumb. I'm going to be doing that, the whole new level of it. And just trying to just be better at that. And, you help people to succeed when you are championing people and cheering for them and rooting for them. That is sometimes the unseen force behind what keeps people going and what they need to keep going. So, between all those things and building self-esteem and establishing levels of trust and all the goodness that can come out of just being humans, and the better part of it is that's what happens. Those are the benefits of actually encouraging others. And I know, sometimes people, I don't know if people feel like saying something or being encouraging may not be received well, or you think, oh, this is not a good idea, or whatever for whatever reason that people don't encourage others, or whatever their motives are, that's something to examine too. If you find yourself uncomfortable with telling somebody good job, or congratulating someone, or encouraging them to keep going, if you find yourself at a place where you don't want to do it, or you don't feel like doing it, examine that. Maybe that's some of that quarantine stew. That's what I'm going to start calling it. The quarantine stew will just be bubbling up and delivering all kinds of stuff you never knew was going to come up out of folks. And we have had a lot of stew coming up just from quarantining and seeing just where we are as people and how we landed in a place just of acting up. It started off so good. It just started off, the commercials, the violin music, we're all in this together. People playing patty cake on Zoom and all of that. It lasted a hot minute. And before we knew it, the ugliness came out. I'm going to blow through these really, really quick because I want y'all to enjoy and get back to being encouraging and cheering for people. And I'm going to do the same. So I have these 7 ways to encourage others. And this is just a few tips. And I definitely know we have a lot more that we can do. And I want to hear from you what you're doing and get your ideas and your thoughts because we're all in this together. So 1, take time to get to know people. And that shows them that you care. Reach out to folks. Ask people, hey, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you post in a while. If you see somebody's missing or their posts are a little, sad or, something's going on, then just reaching out to people, being a cheerleader for them or encouraging them just by showing them that you care and being genuine and intentional about that. 2, tell them. Don't just like or post, like it or heart it or whatever. Actually tell people how you feel about them and encourage them, verbally. Sometimes people need to hear that, that I believe in you. I'm proud of you. I stand with you. I'm praying for you. I knew you could do it. I'm rooting for you. You are amazing. Just telling people those words actually out of your mouth, just tell someone. exactly how you feel when they do something, when they accomplish something, or when they hit something, they hit the mark. Tell them that. And then 3, tell them in writing. I mean, this goes for whether you're at work or, at home. At work, if you're posting it on a board somewhere, on a job board, or posting it on a chat, in a chat room or in a group, then put it in writing about it, or put it in a review. And, at home with your family, write a little love note, to your significant other, your spouse, or write a little love note to your children, or just make sure that, to your sibling or to your parents. Just make sure that you drop something in their little bag. Just tell people in writing, write it out, and tell them why you appreciate them, why you encourage them, what you love about what they do, or how proud you are of them. 4, share it with others. Make sure that you praise people publicly. And that's, your children, your spouse, your coworkers. Make sure that it's public. If you have something good to say, you've experienced an excellent service, or you've got an excellent product from this particular company, make your praise public. That means so much. And that's just one way that we can cheer people on. 5, trust people to do more. Give them responsibility. This is one that hits home for me because I am a mama bear, and I sometimes, I think, protect my kids from doing stuff when I'm like, I should just be like, go ahead, give it a shot. Go ahead. I trust you. I have faith in you. That is a way you can champion and encourage and be a cheerleader of your, close proximity. And that's something I know I have to do a better job of, is trusting them with more responsibility and more accountability. And or if it's, trusting someone with your heart, with your feelings, being vulnerable, sharing with them, telling them how you truly feel. Maybe that's what you're trusting them with. When you show someone, I'm going to be completely stripped down naked for you in terms of my feelings, and bearing it all out. And that way I'm trusting you so you know who I am. That's just a trust that you can share with someone that shows them, okay, they're encouraged because you trust them with, your name in their mouth. And that means a lot. And then, 6, serve people. Just find a way to serve. And by serving them, you are encouraging and you are being a cheerleader. And in some small way, do something for them. Show them that you care by serving, whether that's sharing something that they have done or helping them. Roll up your sleeves. I'm not afraid to roll up my sleeves and offer to help. In whatever way I can, whatever skill I have, I want to help you. I want to serve you in some way, and I want to help you get this done. For my kids, it may be, hey, I trust you to make your bed, but I'm also willing to help you by teaching you how to pull these hospital corners so your bed does not look like, the Oompa Loompas came and made it up. So it's always something that you can do to make sure that you show support and you love. And, this number 7 is, something that I stopped doing when we started quarantining. And I remembered it, and I was like, man, I need to start doing that again. When I was like sitting here stewing over this and writing this list down, I was like, man, I stopped doing that. We used to ride to school together, and on the way to drop off, we'd pray together. We would say like 3 things we were hoping for that day, and we would go through our list of, here's, what I'm hoping for, what I'm hoping to happen. And I would always say, have an amazing day. Make sure you have somebody to have a great or better day. Show God who you are. Show them God by your actions, and help somebody to have a better day than when they first encountered you. And, have a great day. Love you, blah, blah, blah. And I know a lot of parents would do that. Oh, love you. Have a great day. But when we started the quarantine, there was no drop off. They're there. And that's something that we stopped doing. And, we had to change things up. We started doing our Bible devotion time in the evening, so we didn't start the day that way. And I noticed that when I would pick them up from school, I would always say, well, how was your day? What was something exciting? What was something funny? But when you're home and you see them all day, I didn't ask. And that's a way that I have even noticed that I can be encouraging. Just because we're all here together, you should still ask, how was your day? My mom is at home with me all day. but I should still ask her, hey, Mom, how was your day today? And usually, we talk so much, we end up telling it anyway because we talk. But even still, just to be thoughtful and intentional about it, to say, tell me what was exciting about the day. Was it Fortnite for my children? Did you crank 90s? That's all I know. I have very little lingo. I know just enough to make sure they're not doing something dangerous. So, whatever that is, I should be inquiring about that. And that's something that I'm going to start doing, to be more of a cheerleader and an encourager to my children, because that's something we used to do until the quarantine happened and we stopped doing. And it's just something that fell to the wayside, but it was positive for us. And it made a difference. And I think that's something that I'm definitely going to bring back. Just because even though it's summertime, I don't know where we're going to be when the school year starts, but there's nothing wrong with having those things incorporated in our lives. So that's just some of the things that you can do. I want to hear from, share, learn. What are you doing to encourage? How can you be a cheerleader for other people? How can you be a champion for people and speak life over them? It's so many lessons for us to get out of this time, out of what we're going through right now. And this is just one that I just want to talk about, just get on here and chat with you guys about what your thoughts are on that and how we change things, maybe one action at a time. Encourage somebody, be a cheerleader. Be a cheerleader for somebody. That's your assignment today. Be a cheerleader for someone today, whether it's somebody at your dinner table or someone from afar. But do it today, do it tomorrow, do it the day after that. And let's just see what happens. How will we grow from that? And how can we get the lessons out of this right here that's going on right now? So that's all I have. I have my little list. Like to share them. Love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for coming into the living room and doing life with us. We so appreciate you. I thank you for championing me and being a cheerleader and encouraging with the podcast. We are just so excited. Every like is just so appreciative. Just thank you so much. If you are watching this YouTube channel, which I know you are, go ahead and encourage me. Go on and cheer for me. Hit that subscribe button. It is free. It won't sting you. It won't ping you. Go ahead and pop it. Boop. That's all you got to do. It's not going to hurt you. Drop in the comments. Let me know what you think. Be sure to follow us on our website, KatieBryantWrites.com. Check out the blog. Check out the Farmhouse Fridays. Be sure to tell us what you think, what you want to talk about. And, get at us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Katie Bryant Writes. I want to thank you all so much for doing life with us. We appreciate you, lifers. We love you. Remember to be good to each other, but be especially good to yourself so that you can be even better to somebody else. And as always, I will see you when I see you.